tip number 207 from the book 501 Contractor Tips. This is our first tip in the job estimating section. We are done with the taxes. Remember, if you are bored with taxes, you don't care about it, then you're going to be throwing money away. Learn as much as you can about taxes, and part of that might be to actually get some information. Go back and watch the videos. Taxes, deductions, all this stuff's going to help you save money. Okay, off to the next chapter, job estimating. Tip number 207, make as many notes as you can. I know this is something you're probably thinking, God, wait a minute here. It's going to be another one of these tips. That I can't tell you how many contractors I know that will go to a job and they just look at it. Or they'll take 3 or 4 notes. I am not kidding you. One time I'm walking through this job, I'm doing this big apartment complex. I probably have 10 pages, 10 full pages on my pad of notes. And the guy that I'm walking with had a small little pad of paper. This thing was small. And you know, you've seen them before. They're real tiny little pads of paper you can write on. And he's almost like a Post-it note thing, you know. Like something like this, you know. It was almost this size. Make sure I don't have any top secret information on there. It was a real small pad, and he's probably has 4 pages. That's it. He's bidding this big monster apartment job. He's doing I think he was the stucco contractor. He's been, and I asked him, I says, hey, that's not all your notes, is it? And he's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, no, that can't be. I go, look at mine. I go, all my notes and measurements here. And I'll tell you what, when the job was over with, I made money on that job. This guy went out of business. That's simple. This is one instance. It's important. You've got to take notes. The smaller the job, right. Yeah, if someone, hey, you know what, I need a door replaced. You're right. You don't need to go in there and ask a bunch of questions and take a bunch of measurements and stuff like that. Measure the door, find out the exact door they want. I understand that, but if you're doing a bathroom, kitchen remodel, room addition, even painting a house, you know, you're going to have to get the paint. You're going to have to get the paint number. You know, if you need 3 different types of paint, 6 different types of paint, you're going to have to get this information. You don't want to just, okay, you want blue and white trim. I got you. I can paint your house for $500. This isn't going to work. So, and I'm just covering a couple of categories here, you know, but the note taking is something that can make you look like a professional or make you look like somebody that nobody wants to do business with. I mean, could you imagine calling a client and then asking them a question, what color was the bathtub? And they're thinking in the back of their mind, I told you this like 3 times. I told you we wanted a brown bathtub. And then, but they're not going to say this to you. And then they're in your mind, you're implanting something in their mind that you're really not that competent. And if the other contractors don't call, present their bid or their estimate, and everything looks good, it's exactly what they discussed because these people took notes, then they're probably going to stand a better chance getting the job. Now, if you have to call these people 2 or 3 more times, you're probably not going to get the job, you know. Now, don't take this the wrong way. If you have a question you need to ask, you took your notes, but you remember another question, start the estimate, write as many questions down as you possibly can, and then call them. Say, hey, I've got 5 questions I need to ask. Don't call them, I got 1 question. Call them, I got another question. I got another question. That's not going to cut it. Make a list, create a list of questions, try to get it in 1 more shot, and then go from there. We can present them with our estimate. Notes, again, big thing. You want to stay in business, then you're going to have to take notes. You want to do a job that is going to be exactly what the homeowner wants or your client, then you're going to need to know exactly what they want. And if you don't have a photographic memory, you're going to have to what? You're going to have to write it down on a piece of paper and take notes.